All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to Chair Yoga. So glad to have you here. Let's do some yoga. Let's start by getting centered. Slide to the back of your chair or just be comfortable for a few moments just so that we can turn off the external world and kind of tune in to what's happening with us right now. So have your feet flat on the floor. Feel that connection to the ground. Same with your chair, your seat in the chair. You can close your eyes if you'd like. Let's just take some deep breaths together. Deep breath in, deep breath out, and deep breath in and out. And just continue that a few more times, breathing a bit deeper than you normally would. Often when we find ourselves in these more activated or stressed out states, we breathe shallow. We breathe just enough to survive. So breathe more than is necessary to stay alive. Be generous with yourself, with your breath. Good, let's do one or two more breaths here. One or two more breaths. I guess it depends on how quickly you're breathing. All right, and then go ahead and slowly bring yourself on back, allowing your eyes to open. Good, welcome back. Go ahead and slide to the front of your chair, the edge of your seat, and have your knees about hip width apart and your heels stacking right underneath your knees. This will create some stability so that you don't ideally fall over. Good. So taking your arms down by your side, let's start with some shoulder warm-ups. So moving with your breath, with your inhale, take your arms out to the side, sweep them all the way overhead, and exhale, release the arms on down. Let's do that again. Inhale, sweep the arms up and over. Exhale, release. Let's do a few more of these. Reaching up, inhale, extension in the side of the body, in the shoulders, the arms, and exhale, settling all that back down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, release the arms down. Now, please interlace your fingers in front of you. Turn the palms away from you. Press the hands away from you, so lengthen the arms, and then reach the arms overhead. And we're reaching up through the wrists. Breathe, feeling big length in the sides of the body. And then I'm going to just do a quick alignment check here. So sometimes when we extend up like this, our lower back starts to arch a lot. So try to make sure that doesn't happen. So tuck the tailbone under just a little bit and pull your navel back toward your spine to steady and strengthen and stabilize the lower back. Good, reach up. Good, take a deep breath in, please. With your exhale, take the hands apart and sweep the arms on down. Feel sensation for a moment in your arms, your shoulders, your upper back, your spine. And then we're going to do that again, but add another step to it. So starting at the beginning, interlace your fingers, press the palms away from you, and take the arms overhead, reaching through the wrists, so pressing up through the palms as much as you can. Good. Now check with your lower back. Make sure it's not over back bending. Tuck the tail under a little bit, navel to spine. And then we're going to do just a couple of leans here. So go ahead and feeling your left hip ground down onto your chair, lean to the right. Feeling some space in the left rib cage. Deep breaths into that. Again, that left hip is grounding or it's pushing downward onto your chair. And then go ahead and come back up. And we're going to keep the arms overhead for a little bit longer just to do the other side. So feeling your right hip ground down, you're going to go ahead and tilt to the left. And take some deep breaths, feeling space in your right rib cage. Breathe. Good. Go ahead and come back up. Inhale. Exhale. Take the hands apart and release the arms on down. And notice what you feel when that happens. Again, in the shoulders, the arms, the chest, the upper back, anywhere else you might be feeling it. Good. So let's do some spinal flexus now. So you can keep facing forward. I'm going to turn sideways. It's just so you can see my spine, so you can see what's going on here. But your hands will just be resting in your thighs, on your thighs, I should say. And then go ahead and shrug your shoulders up towards your ears, take them back behind you, and then turn the chest to look up. This is your inhale. With your exhale, roll the shoulders up, down, and forward to look down. Upper back widening. Inhale, open back up again, lifting the heart. Exhale around the back, looking down. Let's just keep moving with the breath. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, rounding the back. And it's good to note that the movement of the spine here is in the upper back. Your lower back is barely moving here, if it is at all. Inhale, opening. Exhale, rounding. Creating some mobility in the upper back, in the chest. Breaking up tension here, especially a lot of us tend to hunch our backs a bit. You know, we're a forward moving society. We're always computing, driving, texting. Sitting in a chair just naturally makes us kind of collapse forward. So this just helps to break up some of that tension that builds up over time here. Let's do a few more rounds. Inhale, opening up. And exhale, rounding. And the next time you inhale, just come to a neutral spine and relax your shoulders. Feel sensation as always. Good, and then go ahead and bring your awareness on back. Every once in a while, when we're doing one of these exercises, I just kind of want to keep going forever, and it changes every single time. But that last one, that spinal flexing forward and back, I felt like I could have done that for 10 minutes. So if you ever want to do that, you're welcome to. All right, so next we're gonna do some shoulder exercises. So go ahead and take, switching it up mid-sentence there, take your left arm out to the side, and then sweep the arm in front of you and all the way across your body. Now with your right hand or arm, kind of hold right above the elbow and pull the arm into your chest. Go ahead and take some deep breaths. You'll feel this in your left shoulder, maybe the left shoulder blade. Just a gentle stretch here. You don't have to pull too hard. Good, last breath. And carefully release. And let's do the other side. Take your right arm out first, and then sweep the arm in front of you and all the way across. And then with the left hand or arm, you're going to hold just above the elbow and pull the arm into your body. And take deep breaths here, feeling the stretch in the shoulder. Again, you don't have to pull too hard. Good. All right. Go ahead and release. That last one was to help get us warmed up for this next part. So now you're going to take both arms out to the side. Sweep your hands in front of you or arms in front of you. Have your right hand over your left, right over left, and then sweep all the way across and hold on to your shoulders. Now, if you have more open shoulders, you can like Keep moving your hands further across, maybe even hold on to the shoulder blades, but just hold as far across as you can. Good. Now from here, you're gonna lift your elbows in front of you. Now, by lifting your elbows, don't throw it all into your lower back. You wanna keep the lower back flat or at a neutral stance. Where the lift is coming from is the upper back. So you feel the shoulder blades pressing into the mid-spine. There's a light tractioning of the shoulders themselves. Keep the elbows lifting, keep breathing, and keep the lower back steady. Just creating some nice big space in the upper back. All right, go ahead and lower the elbows and release the arms. Feel sensation. Now we did right hand over left hand. Now we do the other way, left hand over right. So take the arms out to the side, sweep your arms in front of you, left hand over right hand, go all the way across, holding on to the shoulders. And if you can, inch your hands a bit further onto the shoulders. Good, then sitting tall, lower back is nice and steady. You can tuck the tailbone under a bit if you'd like to and engage the core. Lift your elbows. And breathe. And feeling the shoulder blades widen, that space in the upper back. So we're not only just stretching the shoulders here or working the shoulders themselves, we're loosening up everything around the shoulder blades. And all of these bones and muscles are around the lungs, helping to create space for deeper, fuller breaths, easier breathing. Keep the elbows lifting, a few more breaths. Good, one more breath. And exhale, lower the elbows and release the hug. Good, feeling sensation again. You might feel kind of like you want to move the shoulders around a bit. Just make sure they're back where they're supposed to be. Good, and let's do some twisting now. You can start with your arms down. Then inhale, lift your arms overhead again. And then exhale, take your right arm forward, your left arm behind you, and twist. Inhale, lift the arms up, come back to center. And then exhale, take your left arm forward, your right arm behind you, and twist. Inhale, back up. Let's go the first way. Right hand forward, left hand back. Inhale, back. Exhale, take your left hand forward, right arm back. And then inhale, back. We're going to hold this time. Go ahead and twist to your left. So right hand forward and stay. Your right hand come to the outside of your left thigh if you'd like to. And really just focus on taking that left shoulder back just a bit further. Looking behind you if that's okay on your neck. One more breath here. And then inhale, lift the arms up, come back to center. And let's go the other way, twisting to your right. Take the left hand forward, right arm behind you. And the left hand can go to the outside of the right thigh, sit up tall, and really focus on taking that right shoulder back. Twist, looking behind you if it's comfortable. Breathe. Good, all right. Inhale, lift the arms up, unwind, and release your arms on down. Good, some nice rotation in the spine, waking us up a bit. Now I'm gonna have you take your feet a bit wider apart. So your knees are just a bit wider than your shoulders and the heels are stacking underneath the knees. as well. Nice, stable stance here. Good. All right, looking at my list. I'm going to turn diagonal. You can keep facing forward. Just easier to see what's going on sometimes if I'm just sitting in a different position. Good. You're going to lift your arms overhead here. Now, relax your shoulders down and try to keep your biceps up by your ears. We're going to be folding a bit here. So just try to keep that. If it starts to be too much on your shoulders, what you can do instead is either do cactus arms or you can take your hands onto your hips. So if overhead is just too much for your shoulders, again, cactus arms are on the hips. And feel free to switch it up if you want to. Good. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, think about hinging from the hips and fold as far forward and down as you can. Inhale, lift yourself all the way back up. Nice strong back here. Let's do that again. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, come all the way up. And all the way down just means as far as you can go. You don't have to touch the ground like I'm doing. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. This is a great way to stretch and strengthen your lower back. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Again, you can move the arms if you want to, either cactus arms or on your hips. Let's do one more time. Exhale all the way forward. Inhale all the way up. And release your arms on down for a moment. Good, that's getting the core engaged as well. Nice strong core. Good. We're going to do a bit more work with this forward fold. So with what we just did, we were folding as far forward as we could, and then we came back up. Now we're going to fold about halfway. And again, halfway means as far as you can go halfway. So for me, and I've been practicing this for a long time, do not compare yourself to me. For me, halfway means my heart is parallel to the ground. For you, it just might mean you come a little bit more into a forward fold, all right? So kind of assess what that means for you. Because we're strengthening the lower back here, I'd rather you have either cactus arms or arms straight up. But again, if it just gets to be too much, just take the hands onto the hips, all right? So picking your practice with the arms, take a deep breath in. Then exhale, take yourself to that halfway point. Then inhale, come all the way back up. This takes a bit more stability in the core. Exhale, halfway. Inhale up. We're going to do a couple more, all right? Exhale, halfway forward. Inhale, lift. And we're going to hold it this time, all right? Come to your halfway point, whatever that looks like for you, and stay and hover and breathe and unclench your jaw. Three, two, and one. Inhale, come all the way back up, strong back, and release the arms on down. Take a moment, feel sensation. Aware of the body. Good. I love that one. I love it so much. It's hard. That's probably why I like it. And it just really helps to strengthen the back. You know, when we're sitting a lot, we actually kind of like starts to lose muscle mass and toning in the abdomen and the lower back. And that just helps to bring it right back. All right. So I was going to have us do one more thing with the legs wide. So keep them wide. We're not going to do another exercise like we just did. We're just going to fold all the way forward and stay. And you can hang forward with your hands on the ground. You could have your hands on your knees. Just go ahead and fold forward. And we're going to do some neck releases here. So basically, just release the head and shake it no and nod it yes. And just make any kind of movement here. Shaking the head out. Helping to loosen up tension at the neck, the shoulders. Breathe. And there's no wrong movement here. Just moving the head around. Good. Now bring the head to stillness. Take a breath, open your eyes, still folding forward, and just focus on one single point for a moment so any dizziness stops. And then with an inhale, sit back up tall. And adjust. And keep the eyes closed. You can open them, but just kind of like let the body readjust here. That's another one I could do forever. Good. So we just have a few more exercises to do. We're going to do an open twist next. So you're going to keep your knees a little bit wider than your shoulders, heel stacking underneath. It's kind of our wide leg stance, we'll call it. Then you're going to take your right arm. You're going to have the palm facing inward and take it down and press the back of the hand or wrist into the right thigh or knee. Okay, and that just really just depends on how long your arms are. Okay, and I am folding forward just like slightly here. I'm not hunching down to get there. My spine is still tall, but I'm pressing the back of the right hand into the right leg. And then my left arm is forward, palm facing inward. And then I'm going to sweep the arm up and back at a diagonal behind me, coming into an open twist. And I'm pressing my right hand, the back of my right hand, into my right thigh. And I'm taking my left shoulder further back. And I'm looking behind me as well, but if that's too much on your neck, you can look forward. Good, one more breath here. Then inhale, carefully unwind, come on back. Nice open twist. Let's go ahead and do the other side. Bring the outside or back of the left hand and arm to the inside of the left thigh. So many body parts here. And then take your right hand forward. Go ahead and sweep the arm into the air and behind you and twist. Taking that right shoulder back here. Deep breaths. Again, you can look behind you if that's comfortable on your neck. If not, it's okay to look forward or straight ahead. Good. One more breath here. And then go ahead and unwind. Good, good. All right, go ahead and bring the knees closer together again, about hip width apart, heels stacking underneath. We're going to come back into that earlier spinal flex, but we're going to hold it for a bit. So taking your shoulders up towards your ears, take them back behind you, feel the shoulder blades working together. And then at that point, then turn the chest toward the ceiling and look up. This is not happening in your lower back, this is happening in your upper back. So lower back stays steady, tuck the tailbone under, engage the core, and breathe. Feeling the chest open. Just a couple more breaths here. Good, all right. Go ahead and shrug your shoulders up to help the head back up, coming back to a neutral spine. And then we'll finish the physical part of our practice with a forward fold. So having the knees, again, closer together, take a deep breath in. Then exhale, just fold down over your thighs. Your hands can stay on the knees or you can hang them toward the floor. Release the head here. Let's just take some deep breaths into this pose. 2 more breaths. Good. Now with your next inhale, go ahead and bring yourself back up to a tall spine. Good job. So let's go ahead and slide to the back of our chairs. And we'll spend the last few minutes we have together just going inward once again. Having the feet flat on the floor. You can lean against the back of your chair if you'd like to, hands resting in the lap comfortably. Allow the eyes to close. And we'll shape the breath into different ways here. So aware of the breath first. First, I'd like you to deepen the breath. As I mentioned before, breathing more than is strictly necessary to survive. Be generous with this breath. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And the other way we'll shape the breath is to slow it down. Take your time with that deep inhale. Take your time with that deep exhale. Slowing the breath down, deepening the breath. This slowing down of the breath helps to slow down the movement of your mind, keeps you intentional. Slow breath in, slow breath out. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Noticing when your mind wants to be pulled away from the practice. And then just bringing your mind back to the practice. Slow, deep breath in, slow, deep breath out for just a few more rounds. All right. Feeling yourself a bit calmer and steadier. Go ahead and take a deeper, fuller breath. Bring your palms together in front of you and rub the palms together, creating heat, stimulating the palms. Bring those warm palms over your eyes and brush back over the top of your head, down your neck, bringing yourself back to your space. Thank you so much for sharing in this practice. I hope you have a lovely weekend, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.